All right, we are live for Raise Your Vibration Online on Friday. We do this every first and third Friday of the month, and we just got done with our huge extravaganza event, which was amazing. Had 3 hours of just powerful speakers and music, so very grateful for that. Now we're continuing with our Friday events, and we have Dr. Kimberly Linert and Jeffrey Alan Berkley with us today. So welcome, you two.
Hi.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah, so awesome you're here. You are both just phenomenal, uh, just speakers and musicians. I've heard you're speaking and your music, Jeffrey.
Oh, thank you.
This is definitely an honor to have both of you here. So very grateful. And as always, yeah, thank you. So as always, the way we start here is we start with music. So Jeffrey, if you want to take it away.
Sure. Thank you so much, Howard. It's been really great working with you, getting all this technology part down. And Howard's a great guy and really patient and wonderful. And so I wanted to let you guys all know that. I'm going to start with this song. I wrote this song quite a while ago. My daughter was just a little girl. Be on the road a lot. It's one of the great things about being a traveling musician. We get to travel, get to see all sorts of wonderful places, but also the hard part about that is being away from all of our family and all the people that we love, back home. So me and my daughter used to try and find ways to connect with each other, even though we were just on the phone. And I was really far away from home. It was one of those days where the moon was visible during the day here. And it was also visible at night where I was. And the fact that we could both see the moon, it just helped feel a little closer. So that's where this comes from. The moon goes up 2 hemispheres. The same light there is glowing here. 'Neath the hunter's guide, I'll meet you there. Not so cold, not so scared. Dial me up and tune me in, and I'll be back home again. It don't matter where I'm bound. When the sky is black and you are blue, we'll have an incandescent view, and I'll be right there next to you. Conversations with the moon. The sound of your voice gives you away, but it'll be alright by the light of day. Baby, please don't cry, 'cause I'm in the sky, and I'll be home by and by. So dial me up and tune me in, and I'll be back home again. It don't matter where I'm bound. When the sky is black and you are blue, we'll have an incandescent view, and I'll be right there next to you. I know you're looking out your window, and I'm on this long and lonesome road. The man in the moon will patch you just hold the phone up to your soul. Dial me up and tune me in. I'll be back home again. It don't matter where I'm bound. When the sky is black and you are blue, we'll have an incandescent view, and I'll be right there next to you. Right there next to you. Conversations with the moon.
Man, that was beautiful, Jeffrey.
Thank you very much.
You got a couple comments here from Berkeley Music. And Melissa Peterson, beautiful way to go, Jeff. Melissa, one of your very best songs. What a treat.
Oh, great. I'm so glad.
Awesome. We look forward to having you come on for a few more songs after Dr. Kim speaks. All right.
Can't wait to hear.
Cool. See you in a bit. All right. Hey, Dr. Kim. Hey, how are you?
Hi, I am great.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Great. Definitely. You got a little bit of a lag, but not bad. So I'm just going to tell everyone a little bit about you. You're a behavioral optometrist who's helped thousands of people over the past couple decades see their vision and their vision in life and help them with their goals and moving forward, which is, you're the first optometrist we've ever had on Raise Your Vibration. So this is incredible to have you on here. You've written a book, Visualize Happiness in Every Area of Your Life, a host of the Incredible Life Creator podcast, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself, please.
So I started out in behavioral optometry, which a lot of people don't know what that is. So let me just give you a little bit of background. A behavioral optometrist looks at the whole person, and people come in with either a goal or a problem, and we create brain vision exercises and programs for them to actually create more beneficial patterns. And so I'm actually going to do some of that with you today. So I'm very excited to share.
Great. Look forward to it. All right. So I'm going to take off and I'll come back when you're done here. We're going to open up for some questions on the chat here after we're done. So I will leave you and see you in about 20 minutes.
All right. So I am so excited to be with all of you. Thank you, Max. Like you said, I'm author of Visualizing Happiness in Every Area of Your Life. And so it's my goal for you to feel that happiness, joy in your life. So would you like to live an extraordinary life? A life filled with happy, fulfilling moments and just full of great accomplishments? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you 3 things you can do to create an incredible life for you. The first step is to know what it is that gives you happiness and fulfillment. I've been going shopping, and for another person, it's living in West Virginia in a double wide with their son and their dog. So it just depends
Hey,
on.
Kimberly.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. So it sounds great when I'm on here with you, but when I'm not, it's hard to hear. So just hold on 1 second. Trying to see what's going on here.
Let's see if I try something here. Let's see where's
You sound great right now. So I just want to make sure. Try this again. I'm going to put you back on solo and see what happens. Okay.
Okay. Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just start again. So,
Please.
all right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're talking about here is creating an incredible life of your own today. And that is full of happy moments, great accomplishments. And I want to share with you 3 things you can do to create an incredible life of your own. The first step is to know what gives you happiness and fulfillment. And that is different for different people. I'm not sure what you heard earlier, so I'm just repeating a little bit. But you have to decide what that is for you. So you were born with special gifts and talents, and you are very important. And those gifts and talents you were born with that you are to share with the world are very valuable. And so it's important that you feel happy and that you feel filled in what you're doing. So to try and get into what would make you the happiest, I want you to imagine your most ideal day. Like a day when you get to do whatever you want, you get to be with whoever you want to be. You'd wake up in the morning saying, "Oh, this is going to be the best day ever." What does that look like for you? Who are you with? Are you by yourself? Are you with other people? What is it that you're doing? What about that activity makes you happy or makes you feel fulfilled? So start thinking about that picture in your mind. So the first thing that you can do to create an incredible life of your own is to focus on what you want. Focus on what you want. I'm just checking in. Howard, are we good? Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. So you want to focus on what you want.
Yeah. Can you hear me,
Okay.
Kim?
I can hear you too.
We're
Okay.
good. We are good. Okay.
All right, good, because I want to get into some processes and I don't want anyone to miss any of it. So as far as focusing on what you want, do you have a picture of that? Do you have a picture of what that is? You can think of a most amazing day. You can also think about a goal that you want to accomplish. Either way, you can go either way. So your mind is really powerful, and you can create a picture of something and then add to it feelings and emotions and sensations. And what that does is it goes past the conscious mind, which wants to stop us, and goes straight to the subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind listens and only hears commands from us. It doesn't make any judgments about what we're saying or what we're wanting. So when you create a picture where you have feelings and sensations along with the picture, the subconscious mind gets it and it helps you manifest what it is that you want. So this next exercise that I want to share with you will help you kind of bring this into reality. So I want you to be thinking about if you had an ideal day or a goal you want to accomplish. You choose whichever one you want to do with this exercise. So I want to make sure that everybody's hearing and ready to do this. It's going to involve your body and your mind. So most of us are in front of the computer. So just make sure you're sitting comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. And then close your eyes. And then I'm going to take you through a little journey here. So, but first of all, take 3 deep breaths, and I'm going to breathe with you. 1, 2, 3. Now that you're relaxed with your eyes closed, when we're doing this picture that you're imagining, I want you to be in the picture as yourself, looking through your own eyes. So think of a picture of your ideal day or creating that goal that you want to accomplish. What does that picture look like? Look at it with your own eyes in your own body as if you're in it right now. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Now I want to turn up the volume on the picture so that we can really get our feelings into it. So make it brighter, make it more colorful, Make it louder. Really feel the feelings, like you're really, really in that picture. You're seeing it, you're in it. Really, really experience it. Make it as strong and vivid as you can. That's right. Just keep feeling it just like that and experiencing it. Make the feeling as strong as you can while you're seeing the picture. And now I want to anchor that picture in so that it comes up and it's actually a part of your neurology. So take the index finger of one hand and touch the knuckle, first knuckle of your other hand while you're feeling this picture really, really strongly. And keep your finger there until this feeling starts to subside. And once it starts to subside, then just move your finger off of that point. Now, let's take 3 deep breaths. And slowly open your eyes and come back to the present moment. Okay, I'm just checking in. How is everyone doing? I'm not sure how to check the comments, or I would check them, but I hope you're all doing really well. And how are you feeling now? How are you feeling about that thing that you wanted to create in your life? Does it seem more real?
Hey, Kimberly, I just wanted to say you sound great so far. If anyone wants to make any comments, they can put it in the comment on Facebook or YouTube. If they're live streaming from the website, sorry, you can't comment, but we are on YouTube and Facebook pages. So anyone who wants to comment, please do. We'll let Kim know. Thanks.
So I'm going to ask some questions now, and if you can comment, and Howard will help me with this. So how was it for you? How are you feeling now? Are you feeling more hopeful, like it's more possible? So whenever you want to feel this really happy feeling of your best day or just accomplishing something and being victorious, you can do it by remembering that picture and adding the feelings towards it. And you can even do it by touching that one place on your knuckle. If you try that, just touch the knuckle. It's like, oh, I feel that. I can feel it right now. Sometimes it's almost like tickling, like it makes you laugh. But when you touch that, it just re-stimulates everything in your body because your body is remembering this. Now, to really integrate it into your system, what I recommend is that you do this when you wake up in the morning and when you go to sleep at night. Especially when you go to sleep at night, because that's when the subconscious mind works the most. So just think about that picture, really feel it, and then just drift off to sleep. That's going to help you in your daily life to actually manifest what you want and to keep your focus on what you want. Of course, you have to do some actions in some cases for some of these things that you want to have and do. So, Howard, is there anybody that had a question or anything, or were you good to move on to the next thing?
Right now, actually, there's no questions coming in, so we'll see who shows up here. But right now, we're good.
Okay, good. So the second thing that you can do to create an extraordinary life is to shrink your problems and your challenges by changing your perspective. Have you ever had a problem or a challenge that was so big you didn't think you could ever overcome it? I mean, it's huge. It's like this thing in your face. It's just overwhelming. It's like this huge mountain that's just unsurpassable. In fact, it's so big that sometimes it even hurts inside. It even causes pain. That's how big this problem is. Well, there's a way that you can actually start to move some of these challenges and problems and make them more manageable. And that is by changing the perspective of how you're looking at that problem or challenge. So when you think of a picture of something that is challenging you right now, so think about what is keeping you from having that ideal day, or what is keeping you from getting the goals that you want to accomplish. What does that look like for you?
What is keeping you from manifesting what you want? So this time, because it's a big problem, I mean, it's gigantic, it's heavy, it's intimidating. It's this big problem, this big challenge that's in our way, like a mountain. We're going to need to use our imagination again. So I want you to use your imagination. And not only that, I want you to be a superhero. Because to move this, you're going to need to be a superhero and have superhero powers. So think of your favorite superhero and put on the costume. You are now him or her. Put on that superhero costume because you're going to need it to move this big problem. So is everybody ready to get started? So sit again with your feet flat on the floor and close your eyes. We're going to take one deep breath. Imagine that you are on a beach. Behind you is an extremely high cliff that looks down over the beach. You are standing on the beach facing the ocean. In this scene, you are a superhero. So I was serious about that. Put your superhero costume on if you haven't gotten it on yet. You are looking through the eyes of the superhero. One of the many powers that you have is that you can jump from the beach up to this high cliff, back down to the beach, back up, or you can fly up there, or you can disappear here and appear up there. You choose how you want to move, but that is going to be one of your superpowers because we're going to need it to move this big obstacle. So when you think of an obstacle that's getting in your way of manifesting the life you want, do you have a picture? Put that picture of the obstacle right in front of you. It is so big that you cannot even see the ocean in front of you. And feel the feelings that are associated with it for the last time. So you're going to actually feel that problem, but you're feeling it as the superhero. So it's not really touching you. It's the superhero who is feeling it. So just have that superhero feel it for the last time. And now with this big problem or obstacle in front of you, I want you to start to make it a little less real. And you can do that by making it blurrier. So take that picture and make it blurrier. And make it blurrier and blurrier and blurrier. I work with this every day. You know, I say, what's better, one or two, one or two? Well, this time we're purposely going towards the blur. So make it as blurry as you can. If it's colorful or moving, make it still and make it black and white. So it's almost whitewashed. It's almost washed out and it's blurry. It's still big, but the edges are starting to kind of soften around it. And it seems a little bit less intimidating. It's still there, but it's a little less intimidating. So just let it get blurrier and blurrier and let it get a little lighter as it gets blurrier and less real. Now, you as a superpower, the superhero, take your imaginary hands and push the obstacle away from you. You will notice that it starts to move a little. This obstacle still seems a little too big to overcome. So let's shrink it by changing our perspective. So now is the time when you're going to jump or fly or appear way up in that high ledge up there. So now you as a superpower hero are looking down on the problem from that high ledge. And as you look down on it, you can see the beach and you can even see the ocean and you can see the sky and you can even see a boat way out there. I mean, you can see the whole scene from the perspective where you are. And as you look down on the beach, you see this problem that looks like this big menacing cloud. But when it's compared to the whole scene, it doesn't look so big. So it's a little less intimidating. So we want to move this out. So the next thing I want you to do is use your superpower to blow this problem way out into the water, up into the sky, and away from you. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. You can even use your hands and start just pushing it with your powers and keep pushing it further and further away. And as you're pushing it further and further away, it's getting smaller. And as it's getting smaller, it's getting blurrier. And it's getting further and further away, so far away that pretty soon it's just a speck in the sky. And you watch as that last little speck disappears and it's gone. And as you're watching, you notice there's a little light, bright speck that's coming out of where that little speck went away. And as you see that little speck, it starts to come towards you. And as it starts to come towards you, it's very colorful and it's moving and it's full of energy and it's getting really, really big. It's becoming humongous as it reaches the shore. And as it gets closer, you'll see that you're recognizing it. Oh, this is the picture that I just imagined of that ideal day, of that goal that I want to be victorious over and accomplish. And it just settles itself right on the shore, right in front of the water. And it is so big that you can hardly see past it. But of course, you're on the cliff, so you can. But you want to experience it even more. And so, as the superhero, you jump down, and now you're on the beach. And this big, almost like movie screen of moving, wonderful life is in front of you, that picture that you imagined. And you want to experience it even more. So you decide, I don't need the super suit anymore. So now it's time to take off that super suit and just look at it with your own eyes. And as you look at it with your own eyes, you are feeling those feelings of getting what you want to accomplish, getting what you wanted to manifest in your life. You are hearing it, you are seeing it, you are feeling it. Just make it as big and vivid and loud and bright as you can. Getting that strong, strong feeling of actually being part of it. You're actually just stepping right into that movie screen and you are part of it now. You looking through your own eyes. And while that feeling is really, really strong, we're going to do the same thing we did with the picture earlier. You're going to take the finger in one hand and touch the first knuckle on the other hand and just anchor that in. And keep your finger there while the feeling is really strong. But once it starts to kind of subside, then you want to release it quickly. Now you've really anchored it in strongly. So now I want you to take a deep breath again. And slowly open your eyes. How was that for you? How was that journey? How is that problem or challenge feeling now? Is it feeling more manageable or smaller? Are you just looking into your mind's eye view and just seeing what you want now, just big and clear and bright and loud and full of feeling? So I like to check in with people and see how they're doing.
All right. So far, yeah, there's no questions, but we can open up for questions. I can't really see anyone. So like I said, this is the first time we're live streaming it directly from StreamYard. Normally we were doing Zoom, but on this one we can get all over Facebook and YouTube and on the webpage. So those who are on Facebook and YouTube, if you have any questions for Dr. Kimberly, please here and put it on the post. If you have any questions, we can take a look at that.
Okay, well, let's just continue and finish this process.
Okay.
So let's just check it and make sure that it's good. So what I want you to do is think about that thing, that problem that in the past would have stopped you. What does it feel like now? What has come into its place? Is it any different for you? And then let's just go a little further ahead and look at a week from now. When you think about that problem or that obstacle that was in your way, how does it feel now? Is it a little less intimidating? Does it feel like it's gone? And just to check it even further, let's go 6 months from now and think of a date then. And think about in the past when you have felt this thing was insurmountable. How is it feeling now? How are things different for you? So hopefully you found this very helpful, and I think it has been really intense. And so it would be great to go back to the music. And also, if you feel like dancing or moving or shaking it out would be a great idea. All right, Howard, back to you.
All right, Dr. Kimberly, thank you. And I actually have a question for you about, with what do you experience with your clients and doing visualization? Do you actually see their eyes get better with that when you do that?
Yeah, well, this type of visualization is really for something else that we were doing. But yes, I used to do some seminars on vision improvement. So I'm not using the visualization, although it's very powerful for that. But there are other techniques that actually can move you a little faster that actually work with the physical, physiological, and the mind and the emotions. So if someone's interested in that, I'm happy to talk to them about it or share with them. They can just connect with me on Facebook Messenger.
Okay. And do you have a website you want to share with everyone too?
Yeah, it's just my name, drkimberlylinert.com. So it's really easy.
Great. All right. Well, we're going to bring you out for the very end for another little exercise to end this. And right now we'll bring on some more music. So thank you. And we'll see you in a bit.
All right.
Yeah. Hi. You hear me okay and everything?
Hey, what's up? How's it going, Jeffrey?
Hey. Good.
Definitely. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, it was great.
Okay. Okay, great. Just have a couple songs for you guys here. Thank you very much for that, Dr. Kimberly. The river's on the rise, swift and gentle like the breeze. It swallows everything but sky, and it suffocates the trees. Here comes the water. Should I struggle or give in? And does it even matter if I sing? If I sink or swim? Now there ain't no more higher ground. As far as I can see, my heart begins to pound. You know it's getting tough to breathe. Here comes the water. Should I struggle or give in? And does it even matter if I sing? If I sink or swim? Your love is like the ocean, is beautiful and dangerous, tempting magic potion. And not enough is just too much. Here comes the water. Should I struggle or just give in? And does it even matter if I sing? If I sing or swim? All right.
That was awesome, Jeffrey, and you sound great, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, we had a little technical difficulties this morning with our test, but you sound amazing. So
yeah, most of the technical difficulty is in my head. Really, is the issue. I'm wrapping my head around how to use all this. You can't see. I'm surrounded by screens and lights, and there's a green screen behind me, and I'm in my living room, and there's just microphones and guitars plugged in and a mixing console and all this stuff, and it goes to this other thing and that goes to this. So I'm just, excited that anyone can see and hear me is good. So I'm glad it also sounds good.
you sound great. I've been having technical difficulties on my end too, and this like I said, the first live stream we're doing with this type of platform. So I forgot to introduce you. Actually, I want to tell people who you are, what you're about before you go on with another couple songs.
Sure.
So, okay, so you're a legend of San Diego music. You've been around a long time playing in San Diego.
Like Sasquatch, I'm a legend.
Yes, a legend, as you said.
I have been around a while.
And you're a singer-songwriter, and you are accomplished, and you write a lot of songs with Jason Mraz. Actually,
well,
right?
I've written a couple songs with Jason, and I've written a lot of songs in San Diego with lots of different songwriters.
Lots of different songwriters. Great.
Yeah.
And you were telling me that you just wrote some with Jason and performed on his album that's out. Look for the Good.
You know what? I was involved in the writing of one song. I got one line in one song, which is great, and a bunch of other people wrote on the song too. And it's the title track of the record, Look for the Good. But it's I'm an engineer and a producer, and so I engineered the new Jason Mraz record that's called Look for the Good, which is basically me being with all the musicians, making sure the mics and stuff are all pointed in the right direction, and just making sure it's a really fun atmosphere. And it was 13 musicians all at once playing together. It was really, really a fun session. 11 days of just playing songs and having a blast. It was like reggae camp. It was really fun.
That's awesome. And then you do your own Thursday show online too, right? Every Thursday.
You know what? I do. Yep. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I do this when we're not in quarantine and when concerts are allowed. That's what we do. Aside from being in the studio, I'm also on the road and tour around doing this, and I do solo stuff, but also I'm a part of a duo called Berkley Heart. And so I do solo live streams on Thursdays, and I do a Berkley Heart live stream with my partner, Calman Hart, and that's on the last Sunday of every month. And that's all on Facebook for now, although starting October 1st, we're going to be originating from YouTube and, like you guys are doing, going live to all the different platforms at once because we can.
Because we can.
Yeah.
Well, great. So what's the good website for someone to find out more about you and your music and everything?
Thank you for asking. You know what? You can find me on Facebook, of course, under Jeff Berkley or under Berkley Heart. And I also have a website, www.jeffberkley.com. That's Jeff, Jeff, Berkley, Berkley, jeffberkley.com. You can find Berkley Heart. You can find my production stuff. You can listen to some music and just find out what's going on. But yeah, that's how you do it.
Excellent. All right. Look forward to hearing a couple more songs. And
Okay.
Great. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's great. And it was great to be able to have this moment because I needed to retune my guitar because I've been in an alternate tuning. Guitars have different tunings. Yeah, thank you, Howard. I appreciate you saying all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's hard, it's weird to like talk about yourself. So it's nice when somebody does it.
Well, you do a good job, so thank you. Well, I'll get off here and we'll hear a couple more songs and then we'll bring Dr. Kim on.
That's great. During my live stream, when I tune or change guitars, I have this smoke machine that I bought on Amazon. And so I forgot to do that during my guitar tuning, but there you go. Isn't that, it's like the 80s. It's like we're at a Cure concert or something. And so that's one of the ways I have fun during my live stream. We tried a bubble machine, but all that did was leave, bits of soap all over the house. So we put it outside and turned it on, and we just fought COVID one ball of soap at a time out there. And that was nice. The bubbles are all gone now. But you can also, what I failed to mention, but I'm on Spotify if you want to do that. That's weird too, Spotify. But it's nice to be able to listen to music. I lit out for San Diego just as soon as I was able. But it wasn't in the stars for me. Heading down to the seaside, tripping out on the red tide, rolling free on the west side, but it ain't what it seems. 'Cause I dream in California, but my home is Lafayette. And though I meditate on the Golden State, that ain't where I rest my head. Holding heavy on a bayou night, hiding sticky like a gumbo pot, but I'm way too low to get high. Set free, landlocked, $100 in my left sock, and wishing I could buy a souped up rocket and fly it away. 'Cause I dream in California, but my home is Lafayette. And though I gravitate to the Golden Gate, I still ain't got there yet. Snow melts off the mountains, making rivers full of gold. Carving oak tree canyons, just like trails down to the coast. Yeah. Well, I still dream in California, but my home is Lafayette. Though I meditate on the Western Gate, I only visit in my head. I just ain't got there yet. That ain't where I rest my head. That ain't where I rest my head. Oh, thank you. No, don't get up. Oh, that's so kind of you. That's wonderful. You guys are so sweet to be listening today, and I appreciate you all being here. And I know I speak for Howard and Dr. Kimberly too, that it's just nice having someone to talk to and play for during these weird times. I'll finish with this one here. Something about this mountain feeds my soul. Something about 10,000 feet makes me whole. I've been circling the desert and it takes its toll. Something about this mountain feeds my soul. Something about this ocean makes me high. Something about the salt and breeze tugging of the tide. I've been feeling lost and low, and my energies run dry. Something about this ocean makes me high. Something about this city brings me to my knees. Something about the one-way streets and transplanted trees. Oh, honey, let's get out of town. I'm begging, darling, please. Something about the city brings me to my knees. Something about this moment makes me smile. Something about this time together, though it's just a while. But I will carry all your hearts with me down each and every mile. Something about this moment makes me smile. And something about this mountain feeds my soul. Thanks for listening, you guys. Thank you very much for being here. On with the show.
That was so soulful and amazing. Thank you, Jeffrey.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, glad you're here. Appreciate you and look forward to more in the future for sure.
Hey.
All right. Have a good one. We'll bring Dr. Kim back on. Okay, thanks. Hi, Dr. Kim.
Hey.
Welcome back.
That was amazing, Jeff. I just have to say something about that. So first of all, I'm backstage listening and hearing this soulful, beautiful music. And there's a big difference between someone who just gets out there, I won't name any names, and they're singing, they're performing, and they're just performing, but they're not feeling it. when you're singing, I'm feeling it in my body. I'm feeling vibration in my body. And I know when you're singing, you're using your whole body. And that's what makes memorable, amazing singers. Because
Oh,
you make people feel something. It's not just entertainment. It's feeling that. And I can tell you're using your whole body. You're coming from way deep, maybe from your toes. I don't know, but you're coming way deep all the way and using that whole body. And you're
oh,
communicating with us in just a beautiful, beautiful way. And I just couldn't just not say something because I'm feeling it. And I'm just,
I'm
it's not just
so,
entertainment, but I'm enjoying it so much. And thank you so much.
gosh, well, that's amazing. You made my whole millennium there. I appreciate that. So sweet. And all I'm doing is just trying to stay open and feel the song and concentrate on doing that, and the rest just happens on its own. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
Yes. And thank you.
Yeah.
It's all about the vibration, and you bring it. So thank you, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Again.
My pleasure.
All right. I'm going to leave you here, Dr. Kim. You can finish up a little meditation and visualization. And appreciate you being on today as well. You bring the vibration high, and just such a pleasure to see you today and have you here. So thank you. We'll end it with a little visualization and see you next time.
Okay, so I just wanted to summarize real quickly here. So to have an incredible life, one, focus on what you want, and you can do that by creating a picture in your mind, adding feelings to it, and just making it real for you, and then just looking at it over and over again. The second thing is to move obstacles or problems by changing your perspective. And you can do that anywhere. Think about being in church and you're sitting in the front row. And all you can see sitting in the front row is the person on the stage. You don't see the woman who's fidgeting with her purse. You don't see the guy snoring in the back really loudly. You don't see the 5-year-old running up and down the row. And you don't see or hear the teenagers in the balcony who are moving around and talking. All you see is what's on the stage. Now, let's say you take your seat and you move it up to the far right top corner of the balcony. Now you can see the person on the stage. You can see the person sitting in the front row. You can see the lady fidgeting with her purse. You can see the guy snoring and maybe hear him. And you can see the 5-year-old and you can hear the teenagers. So if someone were to ask the people sitting in the front row to make a judgment call or make a decision and tell them what is happening in this whole room today, they wouldn't be able to make a very good decision or even talk about what was happening in the room because all they can see is the person on the stage. So if you ask the person sitting in the balcony, they could tell you with confidence that, oh yeah, this was happening in the room today. And if they had to make a decision based on the information they were seeing, then they could confidently tell you, yeah, this is what's happening. This is a decision I made. So we are the same way when it comes to perspective. So the third thing that you want to do to actually manifest what you want in your life is to expand your visual field. Visual field is what we see out in front of us. Unless you're a teacher, you don't see behind you, but it's what we see out here. And what I found through my years of being a behavioral optometrist is that most people have very small, extremely small visual fields. And what I mean by that is they walk around and they're looking through binoculars. They don't know they're looking at binoculars. Or they might have filters that they actually generated themselves and put on based on their experiences in the past that might not have been very positive. And so they do this to protect themselves, like a horse. Well, when you just look at one thing and the thing you're looking at is very upsetting, you're going to feel upset. And if the thing you're looking at is making you happy, then you're going to feel happy because you can't see what's happening all around you. If someone comes up beside you, they're going to scare you because you didn't see them coming up until they were right in your face. So having an open visual field is very important. So we have central vision and we have peripheral vision. When the central and the peripheral vision work together, then you are aware of more things. You can make better decisions. You feel more comfortable physically, physiologically, and emotionally when you can see what's going on and you don't feel like you're like this. So this next thing that I want to do is show you how to open up that visual field. Now there's a couple ways to do it. The first way is actually being outside, and most of us are not outside right now. We're looking at a computer, but I want to go through it very quickly so that when later, if you want to listen to this recording, you can try it when you're outside. So pretend like you're standing outside and you're going to look at a bunch of trees, and just look at the top of some trees. And you want to pick a point there and you want to make it really, really, really clear. See all the detail in it. Now notice how you're feeling. Notice how you're breathing. How relaxed are you looking up at the tree, being intensely looking at it? And now what I want to do is stay where you are, but just raise your eyes up so you're looking above the trees at the clouds and at the sky. So you're not seeing the trees anymore. All you see is sky. I want you to see how much of that sky you can see all at once. How much can you see over here to this side? How much can you see to this side? It even helps to put your hands way out here to see if you can see your fingers. So you're looking ahead and you're turning this on and just expand it out. Breathe and expand even more. See how much you can see. Now, while your eyes and your vision is expanded way out there, I want you to slowly keep them expanded and look down now at the trees. And you will notice that the trees look more vivid. They look more three-dimensional. All of a sudden you can see more of the scene, and you'll notice that your shoulders are lower, that you can breathe better because you're using your central and peripheral vision. So that's one way you can do it. A second way is actually indoors. So since we're indoors, I'm going to show you how to do it here. It's a little harder because we have a building and we're kind of blocked in. So what you want to do is pick something across the room. It can be in front of you or over there, but you want to pick like a little sign or something that you can make clear. So find that point across the room and stand up if you can. You can still hear me, and just make that clear and intensely focus on it. Make all the details really, 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 really clear. But notice your shoulders. They might feel a little tight, right? But keep looking right there. And while you're looking at that point, notice as much of the room as you can. Your lungs open up. You feel more clear, and also you have more information. So you feel better in your environment. You can make better decisions. The other thing about central and peripheral vision is central is for navigating, for making things clear, seeing where you're going. And the peripheral is almost like tent pegs, and they're holding you up. So if you turn off the peripheral vision, you're just using your central, you might have trouble with your balance or with being dizzy. So if you know someone that ever has that problem, just tell them they need to focus on something ahead and then notice as much of the room as they can, and their balance will be better. So here's what happens when you expand your visual field. You can see what's happening. You're not just looking at one little place. And so you're going to make better decisions. Not only that, you're going to see opportunities. You're going to see the possibilities, and you're going to have a lot more choice. And when you have a lot of choice, don't you feel good about yourself? Don't you feel like, oh, the world is my oyster? I can have anything, because first of all, I can see what I can have. So see what it is you can have, and then decide what it is that you love, what it is that makes you happy, and focus on that thing. If you're not getting what you want, change your perspective and find a way to get it, and then open up your field so you can continue enjoying it, feeling good, enjoying your life. So I hope these techniques have helped you. I encourage you to go back and just try them again with the recording when you're just on your own, so you can relax a little bit more. And that should really make your life much better, much happier. And like I said earlier, if you want to connect with me, have any questions, this all is actually based on science, and I can explain to you why it works. Just contact me on Facebook Messenger. I'm happy to have a conversation or a call or a connection. All right, Howard, back to you.
All right, Kimberly, thank you again. It was great having you here and learning how to expand our vision and our lives. And Yeah, for people to get a hold of you, Dr. Kimberly Linert on Messenger, you can find her, and also drkimberlylinert.com. And watch this replay. The video will be on Facebook as well as on our website, which is razorvibrationevent.com. You can see all the past recordings and Dr. Kimberly on there. And also our extravaganza that we had on Sunday, that's all recorded. That's on our website. It'll be up there probably by the end of tomorrow. So you can go there and check that out and download it. We asked for a small donation, but it's definitely worth it. 3 hours of phenomenal speakers and musicians that we had on Sunday.
Right.
And yeah, you were there, Kimberly.
I was there. It was wonderful.
Give us a little testimonial. Yeah, you liked it? It
Oh,
was
my
what?
goodness. So they had, I think, three speakers on there and musicians, and the musicians were phenomenal. Music feeds my soul. So, and then yeah, each person had something special to share about what their purpose was, what their talent was. So we could kind of peek into what they were saying and what they were doing and learn from them. And of course, Greg Reed was on there, and I have heard Greg Reed speak many times, and he is always energetic and out there. And I learned so much from him.
Yeah, he was so powerful. They were all powerful. 4 speakers, 3 musicians, and it's all about, like you said, it's about music. That's why we do Raise Your Vibration with music and speakers, because music touches our soul in so many ways that just speaking can't. So when we can raise our vibration with music and the message that goes with it, it definitely creates lasting change. That's what we're all about here. And so thanks for being a part of it today, Dr. Kimberly.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Grateful you're here. I'm grateful we met. And look forward to more in the future with you. And our next online will be in 2 weeks. So we're doing this every first and third Friday of the month. So it'll be October 2nd. We're going to have a spiritual tax man who's going to be speaking with us. And the musician is not yet, we don't know exactly, but we will have an awesome musician as always. So look forward to seeing you there. Just pay attention to our Facebook page and the emails. And have a great couple of weeks, everyone. Keep raising your vibrations, staying positive, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good one.
Thanks.